I just wanted to show you what I have managed with the Pro Q4 from Fabfilter. I'm still on the evaluation stage and I haven't decided if I will buy it or not. So without further ado, let me just show you the project again. Here we are. And okay, so I'm still evaluating it, right? Now I'm going to the mix board on the logic, and you can see on every track I have inserted the Pro Q4, even at the stereo mix bus also. And let me just show you how it shaped the sound of the composition. Now, because I'm a first-time user of the Fabfilter Pro Q4, I didn't want to waste my time, so I wanted to have quick results. I know there's a learning curve in using the Pro Q4, and I will need a little bit of time of understanding how it is working. So to facilitate the workflow, I decided to use the templates that they already have in the Pro Q. So here you can see there's for bass, basic instruments, and even for mix bus also. And what is nice is that in time, when you are getting used to, you can create your own foundations. You can create your or your basic foundation, your starting point for the bass, for the drums, for guitars, and then you can save it here. And when you are working on your composition or on your mixing, you can just call it back and you will have already the basic setup. So this is really like in analog gear, in an analog studio gear, where you have the assistant and somebody is setting up the bass of your each channel, and having these templates of yours, you can just call it back and you can have already the bass setup. So this is fantastic. This is cool. Now, as I told you, so I have it on every panel. Now there's a thing that at the first, when I have used this the Fabfilter Pro Q4, I wanted to show you, and I wanted to show to myself and to see myself how is that listing. So that instance when you can see all your EQs graphically on a list, and I couldn't find it. I tried and I searched everywhere and I just couldn't find it. And then offline I realized that you have to push this in the middle, and now you have your graphically represented each track. And this is cool, so I can see what is trying Fabfilter to do with this project, is really giving us who worked maybe a lot on a analog mixing board to represent it on a graphically and invert, so make us from analog to digital to feel like home. I mean, now this list, I mean, imagine yourself if it's like this. You can see for every track the EQ. Now what is missing is volume and pan. If you have volume and pan, and of course inserts, if we could do that also, inserts and volume and pan for inserts, like for example, I have here stereo bus, but I have because I didn't pair them up, as if I understood correctly, we can pair them up here. I didn't pair it up. I have an echo FX bus and I have a reverb FX bus also. So we cannot do here inserts. So we still have to use for that kind of thing the Logic mix board for inserting mix bus and whatnot. And it's a shame that here I cannot, I search, but I do not see how to change the volume or the panning of the mix. And anyway, even though I could, let's say, change the panning, don't know if you can draw it that out. So, for EQ, definitely it's nice to see them on the list. But anyway, for panning or volume, I will still need the Logic, because if I want to make some kind of automation, right, then I will need this option, right? But let me just start to show you how it looks like the composition without and with Pro Q4. So I will just, mute the Pro Q4 for now on each track, right? And then I will mute the 2 effects bus also, and my multiband compressor on the stereo mix bus out. And I will leave it just the Ozone 10. The Ozone 10, I used it for the finishing shaping of the mix bus. So let me just make you hear the raw composition. And now let's just activate or enable the Pro Q4 on each track. And on the mix bus also. Let's go back without. This is really the raw. This is with the Pro Q4. What I have done is applied on my stereo box the multiband compressor. This time is the OTT. And put my mix in a space and make it a little bit, more realistic. I will enable the reverb and echo. Listen. Okay. Without Pro Q. And with Pro Q. Now, this listing possibility is quite cool. And we have the collision. This really can help us and show us where frequencies are colliding between them. And then you can just come here, for example, I don't know where, here on a guitar 1, and we can apply some kind of, like I saw it here, so I can you know, like make it spectral, for example, right? I can make it, can I make it bigger? This, right? And let's see. Okay, like this. It's shameful that we cannot listen, you know, separately each track, just mute it or from here. And the volume, I mean, I would prefer, because I know, for example, if I'm going here, I have here the volume, but I don't see it. Wait just a minute. If I'm here, volume. Oh, now this is huge. I mean, just forget about everything that I told you. Now, this is huge. This is great. So I can activate on every track this, and now I can control from here the volume and the panning of my tracks. Obviously, I mean, this is great. I mean, for the volume and everything, of course, I cannot do automation. So that's a problem. I mean, unfortunately, it is how it is. But still, I can control it. So if I wanted to, you know, just fine touch the mix, I can do it here with a little bit of panning. Of course, I cannot automate it. So if I want really a good panning, or even for the volume, I need automation, and I just cannot do it here. But being able to just, you know, modify a little bit the volume, that's already a really good thing. So this really changes everything. But then the problem is we cannot do automation, but already being able to control the volume, that's nice. Still, we cannot do like mute or solo it. I'm manipulating the drum. Yeah, and it's already a good thing, and yeah, it's quite nice. So I will still keep to evaluate the Fabfilter Pro Q4. I haven't decided yet. Probably I will buy it, because for EQing, it can really help me in the day-by-day, you know, mixing stage. But volume and panning, I'm happy that I have discovered that there's a possibility now to do it here, but I realized that cannot do automation, so it will not help me with the automation of the volume and the panning. So I still need to use the mixing board of Logic be able, and then here to be able to do the automation. But still, I mean, this is a nice. Oh, and now the volume has disappeared, so this is a little bit annoying because I had to do it. And if you have multiple tracks, it's just not fun. So for volume and panning, I love the idea that there's a possibility. Oh, just made a wrong choice, wrong move, and manipulated the volume. So this is digital. We still can do mistakes on it, but this is a good starting point for EQ. Definitely, this is nice, and I can see using it because this, yeah, I can. It's very. I can really see what I have done with my tracks, and I can really just modify as I wish. So for EQ, I I can really see that extremely useful for me. Tell me in the comment section below what are your opinion. Uh, do you already bought into it and you are using it, or you are still thinking about it? I mean, it's not cheap, but if we really can use it and replace, EQ compressor dynamic and spectral compression, then yeah, it can really worth the money. Plus, if it saves time, that's the most important thing. So thank you for watching, and definitely more try and evaluation will come.